I'm Dan Parnell. I'm a senior lecturer in business management in the business school at Manchester Met University. Sport is incredibly important. Sport, it's local and it's global. It's a unique phenomenon. It's cultural, it's historic. In terms of Manchester, we can see the impact of sport in terms of its impact on the community and socially. We've got a presence here of the global south in terms of their investment in the region and within our sport and assets through Manchester City. And then we've also got very powerful fan movements such as at FC United. I mean, that gives us an idea of the two different types of or levels of sport and how it can impact on our local communities. So within Manchester City, we can see huge regeneration and investment in community facilities, giving access to hard to reach participants in the private community, access to high quality facilities that they wouldn't get without that investment. In the future, sport is always going to be challenged on its community and social impact. As we see sport and its different contexts grow in terms of its economic and commercial value, and certainly I will always challenge to see what is the community and social impact of sport, what is their corporate social responsibility. Now, we see that in a number of different sports now, especially within football, we're beginning to challenge football clubs around what role they play within their communities. Within England, we're very unique. Each of our football clubs has a charity or community arm that is outward facing, that looks to support community and social issues, from building relationships with fans to promoting health, education and inclusion. In Manchester, we've seen some incredible developments around that and how sport and football can be used to tackle some of these social issues through professional sports clubs and also through community and grassroots initiatives. So it's quite an exciting time for sport, and it will continually be challenged to say how can it impact on our community in a positive way. The sport industry has huge potential for impacting on community and social outcomes. I think globally, our understanding from a research perspective is that football is we understand it to be one of the most powerful vehicles for creating community and social impact. The evidence suggests, and we've got the strongest amount of evidence for football, is that it can be used to recruit and engage hard to reach people into community interventions, whether it's around lifestyle or social inclusion or education or health. And then we also understand that through playing recreational football and small-sided games, is that football can have a significant impact on a number of health outcomes. So this is really important for us, and being able to develop this evidence is really important. So after football, we know most about running. As we look forward and look ahead, we need to make sure not only do we continue to develop our understanding of how sport and football can attend to social agendas through further research, we need to begin to share and tell more people about what we know already, what works, and how they can implement the research into real life interventions and into public policy, sport policy. I think the main thing for me, one of the most important things, is that sport has the potential to be a unique vehicle to deliver on community and social outcomes. So it doesn't matter whether you're a sports organisation or a non-sport organisation. Sport has mass youth appeal, and it has instant physiological, psychological and social benefits from participating within sport. I think as we begin to understand that better and realise how we can capitalise on that potential, sport's going to be more powerful within sport and public policy as we begin to tackle major social issues that are on the rise globally and also nationally and within Manchester.